Welcome to this quick video on iPad accessibility. We're going to be exploring the iPad settings. That's me hopping out of that laptop there. My name's Eileen Fernandez-Parker, and I am with Cultivating the Learning. So the accessibility features in iPads are pretty extensive, and no matter what your disability or your need, the iPad seems to have come up with something to help you. So the learning targets for this video are that you can locate and open the iPad settings, and you can locate the accessibility features, and you can turn them on and off as needed. So here is my iPad projected onto my monitor. And this is specifically important if you are a teacher and you need to share a video on your iPad or of your iPad with your students. So if you're giving directions or you're showing how to do it, this is one way that you would be able to take those directions. So I'm running Screencastify, and I'm projecting my iPad onto my monitor so that I can record what's happening in there, okay? If you don't know how to do that, there is another video among this grouping that shows you how to install Let's View and connect. All right. So here we go. We're going to be going to the settings icon, which looks like this. It is the gear. You can see over here that it's set to general. Okay. And right now I'm on the dark mode so that the background is black and the words are white. Okay. So I'm going to scroll down here to accessibility. And what I want to show you first is I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom, and right here at the very bottom is accessibility shortcut. And what this does is if you click on any of these, by triple clicking the home button, you get a pop-up of choices so that you can turn things on and off as needed. Okay, so like for example, the classic invert is something that a lot of kids need visually. All right, they might need the assistive touch. The voiceover is probably going to be important. Okay, so I'm going to do just those two things so that you can see what that looks like. So now when I click the home button, it takes me out of the settings, and if I triple click, it pops up and I can turn the classic invert on. And then when I'm ready, I don't need it anymore, I can triple click and I can deselect it. So that's the first thing, especially with the littles, because they are not going to be able to go into the settings and choose the right thing. So it would be good if an adult could set that up for them and then teach them how to do the triple click. So we're going to go back into settings, and we're going to go back into accessibility. And here, there are so many settings here that we could not go over all of them. But I just want to draw your attention to different things, and then you want to take time to explore. Whatever you do, don't do more than one at a time, because you won't be able to know which setting is affecting what. So turn one setting on at a time, open up a file that you would work in, like Slides or Kami or Docs, and then see whether or not you like how it interacts with that app. Okay, so we've got voiceover here. We've got Zoom. We've got a magnifier. You can change your display and text size here. You've got a motion sensor here. You've got spoken content down here. Now, spoken content can be very complex. So you can tell it to speak a selection or speak the entire screen. And I advise that you turn on the speech controller, and I'm going to show you what that does. So I'm going to turn it off, and then I'm going to turn it on so that you can see it. Notice over here in the top left-hand corner, there is this button, and when you click on it, you actually get the features for the speech control. So this finger with the pointer finger allows you to select where on the screen you want it to speak. So I'm going to select here. Notice the white box.
The speech controller allows quick access to speak screen and speak on touch. Expand the controller and press play to start reading all content. Expand the controller and tap on.
So I can turn it off that way, okay? But it also gives you directions here that you can follow, and they have different controller actions here for long press, double tap, and idle opacity. So I'm not going to pretend to know all of these, but it's going to be important for you to get in there and play with them. Okay. One of the things that I love is that you can choose the voices that you like. So you've got English. Once inside the English, you can choose the different people that you might like. So they've got Australian here. You can choose Karen.
Hello, my name is Karen.
You can see how that works. Okay, so this might be something fun for the kids to play with, just for some voice and choice, right? Pronunciations might be something that you need to put in there. So you've got spoken content is what we were just playing with here. Audio descriptions is something that you would need if you have a student who is blind or who needs the images read to them. And what I mean by that is images now for accessibility are supposed to have alt tags so that accessibility readers can describe what the picture is. Okay, so you might or might not need that. They've got physical and motor, a whole section on physical and motor. So you can play around in here for any of your students who might need that. There's a whole section here for hearing accessibility that you need to play with if you have some students who have hearing issues. And then just general accessibility down here. So that's where the accessibility shortcut is that I showed you. Okay, so what I'd like you to do now is go ahead in here and play around with this for a good 20 minutes and see what you can turn on. And I recommend that you keep notes so that you know which accessibility feature you turned on and then what it did in Slides, Docs, and Kami. So I might even have a table, right? So that you can compare so that you know the types of things that worked for you and that you hope will work for your students. Good luck.